Fusion. Ha!
I have to stand up for this. And I'm going to stand up for this. Prison school is the worst, best waste of time that I think I've experienced in my life. Now, I have to go back through my old videos and see if I said that before. I might have said that before. I don't know. But let me tell you the feat that I just did. Now, you know what feat means. It doesn't mean your literal feet. I'm wearing Crocs. It means like a challenge or an event that happened. I just watched all 12 episodes in one day.
How?
Which is yesterday. Now, the reason I watched this is because I just watched 224 episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh!
How?
Had to go back to my childhood. I watched it in sub. It was impeccable. It was amazing. It was amazing. It was heartwarming. It was touching. I started in February. I just ended in June. Come on. We going crazy. Now, here's the thing. When you end something like that, you can't just jump into something else. You know, I'm letting that demon. Why is this in my hand? I'm letting that Demon Slayer. I'm gonna let that Jujutsu Kaisen stack up. I'm waiting the AOT second movie to drop or whatever it is. I'm waiting to all that, you know what I'm saying, does what it does. And I'm gonna watch that probably in like August or whatever. So then I need something that was like lighthearted, was easy, was like 12 to 24 episodes that I can indulge in. Now, one of my friends who swears he's the anime guru and stuff was like, you have to watch Prison School. Just watch Prison School real quick. It's gonna be the funniest anime you ever watch. So I knew that that's impossible. Can't be the funniest anime I watch because I already watched some funny ones. I can't think on the top of my head, and my humor is kind of wicked. So I was like, I don't know about all that. So let's dive into this. What is Prison School? So essentially, what Prison School is, this is what it is. 5 boys are in an all-girls school. This is the first year where they're integrating boys into girls, right? Obviously, the girls, all-girls schools do not want the boys, not all that, but you know, you got some that just feel some type of way. And for some reason, there is a prison, a little small prison house in the middle of the school grounds. And so these boys get caught peeping on the girls in the shower, and then they get sent to prison. That is the high level, and they're in there for like a month. So that's a high level, no spoilers. And the style is, so here's one thing I want to say. I was very surprised at the anime style. It was pretty high level animation. I was like, for something to be this troll and not be taken serious, the animation was like really clean and crisp. So I'll give it that. I was like, man, this is some great animation. Now, in terms of the concept's ugly because it's just like, why are these students? These are supposed to be students prisoning other students, and like, why are they beating their ass so bad? And like, how are these folks? If Goku and them in Dragon Ball Z had the regeneration that these kids had, they would be unstoppable. There would be no Cell. There'll be no Android. It'll be no nothing. There'll be Majin Buu, no nothing like that. Because Goku could take a hit, and he's already looking good. Like, I don't understand how these kids are getting beaten the crap out of.
Nigga, Jaeger.
Or beaten. Yeah, that's right. Or the crap beaten out of them. Whatever you want to say. And then still, like, showing up the next day with no bruises and stuff. I didn't understand that. That piece I didn't understand. Let's just get right into it. So let's get into spoilers. Let's get right into it. So the five characters. I'm calling one of them Four Eyes. I'm calling them Yoshi. Yoshi was the main one. I think it was like Kiyoshi. Then it was Andre, Joe, and Shigeo. The main first half was about Yoshi trying to meet up with a girl at a sumo event, right? And I just don't think that this anime deserves a deep, detailed breakdown, so I'm not gonna go that way. I'm gonna give my feelings and my thoughts about it. I liked how the anime showed that it was still, even though these boys had the dirtiest intentions, I like how it showed that it was still some girls on the side that generally did like the boys, because obviously the head chairman's daughter was a lesbian. Like, she obviously just thought men were despicable. It was good to see that it was some women in the school that actually liked men and was actually, trying to engage with them. That was nice to see. That whole episode stretch of them, Four Eyes and Yoshi trying to figure out how to break out, and Yoshi thought it was a one man plan at first, and he came in. It was a Gakpo, maybe Gak2 or something like that. But I'm still calling him Four Eyes. Four Eyes was like, no, I want to do this in with you and all that. I like that. You know what? The more I'm talking about this now, I'm thinking, I really did like this show. I'm not gonna lie. It was a waste of time, quote unquote. But I did like that. I like how it was like building. And I like how it was just like the concept of like, once, I think what really sold me on this show was when Yoshi went out. It didn't go his way. I already forgot what Shawty's name was, because she saw that the stuff was in the bag. Her coat was in the bag. Then started to see. It was something in the bag, her jacket or whatever, which she didn't know. He didn't know that was her jacket. It was an accident, because he had to sneak out as a girl. Because originally he was trying to sneak out to the side, and then he was like, tough. The chairman saw the hole in accident. He thought the school was breaking down. And then he was like, tough. So he had to sneak out to the front. And that was a plot twist, too, that the girl he was seeing was the chairman's daughter and the head leader of the underground society, which is the women, you know what I'm saying? The three women. So it's kind of crazy how the head of that was her sister, too. So there was a lot of good, like, intertwining things going on. Like, out of all the women that he would have wanted, he chose this one that had all the crazy. But I did like the fact that when he got caught, he didn't get caught. Before he got caught, when Shawty ran away or whatever, and then he was like all distraught because like I saw it was the girl he liked and the date didn't go as well. She couldn't cook and all that. It was crazy. I don't know why he endured all that salt. That was crazy. But that joke was crazy because he still got the figurines, and I like that. I think I would have been upset if he actually did come back without the figurines. It's like, I'm sorry, I was just distraught. All that. I like that. And I think it helped the story as well, because Four Eyes was able to get what he wanted, and like the plan was a success because like they was building it up and all that. So I like that a lot. And then they did a good job with the decision making on making sure that he did get the figurines, because then it also played a part in the future with Shigeo being a snitch and all that. So I enjoyed the first half. I actually enjoyed the second half as well, when they were trying to clear their name and all that. This was honestly a good little thought out show. I'm not gonna lie now. At first, when I first started the video and I was thinking about it, I was like, now I'm thinking about it, I kind of enjoyed myself. And I think binging it helps, because if I was the person that was waiting on this weekly, I'd be upset. But the fact that I could keep on watching it, it was pretty fire. It was pretty fire. So I'm gonna go through the characters quick. I like Yoshi's interactions with Hana, which is one of the three girls. Y'all know what I'm talking about, the little short, the one with the karate. I love how with the ending scene, for some reason, I need somebody to help me out. Here. Somebody needs to help me out here. What happened underneath the nurse table? In my head, I think obviously she was mad close to him. He was getting a boner. So what happened was his meat got hard, and I guess it didn't insert inside her, but maybe it touched it. I'm confused. I was confused. I didn't know what really happened. I think it touched. I don't think it inserted. I'm just gonna make sure I was kind of clear on that. I think it was just like it touched it and she like basically passed out. That was crazy. That scene was crazy. And then when I just understand, I get it that like she like peed in front of him and he didn't know. That was funny how he fell out the tree. But she just kept wanting to get her get back and like. I have mixed feelings about this because I feel like it was kind of like drug out too much, but at the same time, this is crazy because the second time when he peed on her, I was like, oh my god! Like I mean, completely just drenched her, and then she was. It was weird. It was just a weird relationship that was going on here. And then at the end, I loved at the end when he took control, and then he was like, wait a minute, this kiss feels babyish, and for some her. Okay, if there's a woman watching this, I'm sorry. Women have zero logic. Why would you think that a man would care if you took his first kiss away?
I'm confused. I'm confused right now, G.
We don't care. That has no sentimental value to a man. I'm sorry. I'm speaking on behalf of all men. That has no sentimental value in that regard. Like it might like be in the back of your head, like, well, she was the first shorty I kissed, but it's not like a. She took my first kiss away. Like the fact that she was trying to weaponize that is brazy. Like you're literally giving me lips right now. Like I haven't kissed a girl, and you're literally giving me that on top of me with my meat in a jar. Come on. Come on. Like, are we watching? Are we like? Come on. That's crazy. So. I love how he realized that like it was like her first time too, maybe because it was like no movement. It was like she was doing CPR. It was crazy. And then he like put the tongue in there and all that. I love that. That joke's funny. As the way he took control of it was perfect. It was just perfect. It was just perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy. And then she like found out, and the mission, the plan was all good and all that. So I like Yoshi's character. I like how he didn't take stuff personally when they exiled him. The other three exiled him because he let them in on the plan and all that, which was the right decision. Let's talk about life real quick. The less people you have something involved in, the better. You could have 2, maybe 3's pushing it, but the less people you have something involved in, the better because you're getting less opinions, you're getting more execution, less responsibility that you have to rely on folks. You know, you dish out less responsibility, and then the team works better because you got, like I said, the better communication that's in between thoughts going on. So I agree with this decision. So I liked his character. I like how he was like the leader about being the leader. He was the one with the solid thoughts, and he had the innocent love going on with Shawty because Shawty rolled with him. I'm really upset I don't remember her name right now. I know it's started with a C, but she was really riding with him and like knew he was a good dude just because. But her reasoning why he's a good dude is kind of brazy to me because it's like, okay, just because he likes sumo wrestling, that's crazy. Which he really didn't. He was just capping. But the crow one was a little bit better because it's like, I'm not climbing no tree. Look, if a crow baby falls, I'm not climbing a tree, putting it back in the desk. You got me messed up. No, ain't no way. So that, you know what I'm saying? That's respectable. And then the ass man stuff, very respectable. I mean, look, if you like boobs over ass, click off the video. You do not deserve, you need to, whatever food you're planning on eating, give it to somebody else. You don't deserve to eat. I'll let you have water because I care for you and your rehab, your rehab. You getting better. I want you to rehabilitate. But give your food to somebody else. You don't deserve to eat. You need to be punished. I'm just gonna leave it at that. So it's fire. That was fire. Faraz, his character, I like how his character was like intertwined with history, and he was actually kind of a smart dude with like the plan and strategy, and like him pooping on himself and all that. All that was funny. Like I like that. I like how they can all take punishment. Andre was the most weirdest looking character I've ever seen. I don't understand why. They could have easily just drew a big dude and just kept it at that. They made Andre like fat face, ears. What are the ears doing? The smallest, not fast face or fat head, the smallest face. It was dirty. It was dirty. Couldn't do that. Shigeo, weird. I didn't really like his role, to be honest. I don't like snitches. That was weird to me. And then he got rewarded with a bad girl at the end. Like, I don't like all that. That was crazy. And then Joe, I rock with Joe. Coughing up the blood always, loving his aunts. And I like Joe's development. Like, it was like kind of I like when he found his voice after Yoshi saved him. And then he was just like, nah, like, we're not doing that bullet anymore. I appreciate that. So that's fine. The version I watched was censored. And my thing is, if you're going to censor something, bro, don't show me. That's why I'm not even commenting on, like, one of the shorties with the big extremities. I'm not even commenting on her because it's just like, the whole time it was censored. So, like, I was feeling disrespected while watching it. Because it was just like, you keep showing me something that I can't see. And like, I'm a grown man. I'm not trying to use my imagination more. Show me the good, like, show me what's up. I can understand censoring, like, nipples or coochie or something like that. But if you're censoring lingerie, you're wasting my time. You're wasting my time. And I don't understand why the gray hair one was sweating so much. Like, I get it. Like, I guess that was like symbolizing like she's getting wet or something. Like, I don't know. I like what, like when
What?
I don't know. I like what, like when the head chairman's daughter would talk and like she was getting like extremely wet and stuff. It's just like, bro, wear a raincoat. Like, you need a raincoat. Like, you are getting uncontrollably wet. Like, this is too much. And the fact that like they didn't have like a moment, like a little lesbian moment, kind of disappointed me because it's like, I need confirmation of what this attraction is. Is it mutual? Like, what's going on here? Like, I need something. You feel me? So that part, I really like. I'll give you an example. Triage X, which is a review on the channel. I like that one because of the women. The women, I mean, boobs, it was going crazy. This one, I like more because of the guys and like how they were fighting through getting punished and like they had plans and was really trying to escape this thing. But like, I feel like they kept trying to throw the boobs and stuff in my face, but it's just like, bro, you're throwing this in my face when I can't see it. So why are you throwing it in my face if I can't see it? That's just disrespectful. Like, like one time, one of the gray hair shorties, she had like a black suit on and all that looking, and then she was just dropping her right into. I was just like, bro, what is going on? It just didn't turn me on. Like, it just, I'm not a creep. I'm not a pervert. I promise. It's just that when I'm watching stuff like that, and I'm just not. I had no reaction down here. Like, it was just, I was just watching, and then instead of me being turned on and wow. You know what I'm saying? Instead of that, it was just like it was getting old. And the whole Andre thing wanted to be tormented and calling a girl mommy and not taking showers. I was just like, bro, that whole 15 minutes, I was like, I could have done life without that. They could have found another way to, you know, get them to break out again or something. I don't know. So that's my only little quarrel with this joint. It's like, don't show so much but so little at the same time. Like, you really, like, you might as well put the joint PG. I said mature. This ain't mature. This is immature. This could have been easily PG because you ain't show nothing, and you only have one kiss scene.
Tire all you pricks! I am so freaking mad!
There was only one kiss scene throughout all that tension. One kiss scene. Come on, man. Anyway, so that's how I feel about it. Overall, I think it is, like I said, a waste of time, but a great waste of time. If you have the time, go ahead and watch it. If you're like a lighthearted kind of person, go watch it. I laughed a few times. When my friend said it was the funniest I was going to ever see, that didn't end up being true. I did laugh. I'm not one of the people like, well, he said it's going to be funny, so let me get my unfunny face on and watch this. No, like I was generally just watching it, and I did laugh. Like I caught myself like busting out laughing at some points because it was just funny. Like the animation was funny, or something they were saying was funny. So I appreciate it. I really like the characters. I thought 3 out of the 5 I really liked. The other 2 I was fine with. They played their roles. Especially, I liked it better. I liked all 5 of them better when everybody got on the same page at the end. I like that part. In the beginning, you pick and choose because there's some beef going on and yada yada yada. So it is what it is there. But towards the end, when they all started on the same page, and like they started sort of teamwork, I really like the characters and the dynamics and all that between them. So in terms of the women, didn't like that.
Bro, what did you just say?
In terms of the women, didn't like that.
He's gay!
I'm in danger.
At all. I think it was way too. I get it because it used to be a girls' school, all girls' school, but it was just way too one way or the other. There was no gray. Like it was either girls didn't rock with boys or they did rock with the boys. It was no like in between. Like, it was like, oh, pervert, creep, or you don't know him. You need to hear the full story. I don't really like that. I didn't like the 3 head honchos of the women's of the underground society. I didn't like that. Like I said, the gray hair one. I didn't like how they showed all this voluptuousness, but it just shows nothing. I didn't like that. Hana, she was too obsessed with trying to get her get back. Way too obsessed, and her plan, her logic was just flawed at the end. Didn't like that. 3, the head honcho, I'm not even thinking about her name, but the chairman's daughter, she took responsibility at the end, but like, bro, just because you're mad that your dad's a pig should not make you hate men. Like, it's just like, bro, like, think for yourself.
But stay woke. Why this creeping?
And I just don't understand, how are you beating the crap out of folks on school grounds? I don't understand that concept either. Like, they were beating. It was one scene where that gray hair shorty slammed dude, smothered him with cheeks, pow, 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 mid-range, like mid-cage going crazy. The fight scenes in this joint look pretty good. I will give it that. So in terms of characters, didn't really care for the girls. I like the other 2 girls that were part of the school, didn't involve the underground society. Like them. Fight scenes was pretty good. Like the action was crazy, to say the least. They had the Goku regeneration speed ×5. They had the sensu beans on deck, so I like that. Then the storyline and plot wasn't bad. It wasn't bad for 12 episodes. It wasn't bad. So I like that too. I'm gonna give that a good grade. So overall, I give it like a 7. But when I say 7, I think it's a really good 7 because this 7 was better than some 8s that I watched. But I just can't give it a higher grade than that because of the things that I kind of mentioned throughout. Like it's just, you watch this, you're like, this deserves a 7. This is that simple. So that's my thoughts. That's my feelings. But people ain't built like me.
Okay, boomer.